Well, hello everybody. Thanks for tuning in to my hardcore series on the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs snapshot. This is episode 4, and as you can see, I'm decked out in iron armor here because my cow farm there is producing lots of beef and leather, but leather is not going to do it. We're going to work on iron today, and I'm going to say this, we're going to guarantee iron today because we're going to build an iron farm. All right, as you can see, in between episodes, I did a little bit of grindy stuff. I did a few crop circles there and then a crop farm there in the back, as you can see. And the big farm there is going to be, the reason for that is to do some trading with the villagers in the village over there. Now, in order to get ready for the iron farm that we're going to make, I had to run over to I needed some rails. So right over there, kind of towards these. So this is north, towards northeast, just behind those trees over there is the mesa. We started out over there and we kind of ran this way. And if you recall, we saw the mesa off that way. It's not far at all. And I grabbed up some, I didn't do any real exploration there. I just grabbed up some rails and a little bit of gold so we can make some powered rails. Incidentally, there happened to be a fractured desert village right on the edge there, and I was able to get a few things because in that fractured desert village there were some old ocean, ancient ocean, whatever, forget what you call them, little underground temples. They're usually underwater, but these were at the surface. So there was a chest in there. There was a treasure map. So either if we have time at the end of this episode, we'll do it, but if not, we will do it in the next episode. And then I got a couple of golden tools. This was just a little shovel here that's got, I forget what it's got on it, but it's just about dead anyway. So at any rate, let's go ahead and get started. And first thing we had to do is round up a couple of villagers. Now, normally I would build a villager breeder with a collector first, but we are in such desperate need of iron, it's really preventing us from doing things that we're going to get a couple villagers first. We'll build a villager breeder soon. I captured one. He's in there. I'm going to go ahead and capture another one the way I captured him just to show you how I did it. And this is where we're going to start the base for the villager breeder. I'm sorry, for the iron farm. This is a very easy iron farm, no mob required. Because there's no hostile mob required, it only works during the day, but that's okay. We're skipping night times for the most part right now anyway, but it's really easy to build, doesn't require any really hard to get materials or anything like that. Not a huge build, quick and easy, but we do need 5 villagers. We only need to capture 2, then we can just breed up the next 3. Okay, so I have to get, what I did was I just made a little path here where I can row the boat on ground over there. So I just have to get a villager that I can get in a boat. Okay, here's what we're going to do. He likes to hang around this thing, of course, because that's his job, but it's kind of protected in there, so I'm just going to move it over here. Sorry, dude, you're only going to be unemployed momentarily. There you go. There you go, in the boat. Nice. Okay, so that was fairly painless once I caught a clue. Now we just got to row our boat. All right, big fella, thank you so much for your service thus far. You and your friend over here will have new lives pretty soon. We're just going to leave them right there, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've put some materials over here. So we're going to need to build 2 platforms, and there's going to need to be, because there's no hostile mob to scare the villagers, we need 5 villagers and 5 beds. Okay, so we have an uninvited guest here. He didn't even make it. That was so sad. He didn't even make it to us. Okay, so we're going to need 2 platforms. I'm going to do the bottom platform is going to be the collection platform for where the golems spawn. Then there's going to be a top platform where there's going to be 5 beds and 5 villagers. Now, we only need to put 2 villagers up there, and then we'll feed them some carrots, and they will breed out the rest of the remaining 3. We're also going to leave a channel for a hostile mob in case we wanted to upgrade this farm later, but it's not necessary for now. Okay, so you could do this all with cobblestone early on, but and some glass. We need some non-spawnable blocks. I brought some variants to make the thing look a little nicer. Oh, we're gonna need to make a hopper as well. Didn't do that, but we'll do that in a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the first platform. First thing, we want this platform to have 8 blocks of air underneath it. Now, technically, usually, a lot of times when I see these farms, I see the villager platform on the bottom and the spawner platform at the top. I'm going to do it the reverse of that. Just because I want to. So technically, probably it's just the top platform has to be 8 blocks from the ground, and that clearly will. But I'm going to go ahead and do 8 anyway. So normally what I would do is I would go up 8 blocks and build the platform on the 9th. But as you can see, this one is set down 1, and I might build this land up to that level. So I'm going to go ahead and go up 9 and build the platform on the 10th. So there's 9. And then there's 10. And I'm going to leave the 10th one a cobblestone for now because the center block's got to get broken out for the hopper anyway. Okay, so now we're going to go out. We're going to build a, it's going to be a 9 by 9. However, we're going to build an 11 by 11 platform because the last outer block is going to have a wall on it. We need to go out 5 more in each direction. Okay, so we have 5 in each direction, plus the center makes 11, and we did that going all 4 directions, so we have an 11 by 11. This is going to be a wall, which is going to reduce that to 9 by 9. All right, now we just need to fill this in to make it a square. Okay, now we also need to make ourselves a little stairway up here. So we'll use this as a little bit of a shortcut. Okay, now we can get up and down here pretty easily. Okay, so now we have our platform. I left this little corner out just so we can get up and... Whoops, I left the wrong one out. Leave this little corner out just so we can get up and down fairly easily. All right, so you'll see the interior dimensions here is 9 by 9. And so we'll be able to put a water block in each corner. It'll push everything towards the center where the kill mechanism is going to be. And now we got to leave 4 blocks of height here. Golems are, 2 or 3, they're like 3 blocks tall, 2 blocks tall, something like that. So I leave 4 blocks, and that gives us plenty of room of clearance so that they'll spawn with no problem. Okay, and then on the 5th block, and this time it's going to be a solid platform, so we will go ahead and use a actual block that we're not going to destroy. So this is the level of the where the villagers are going to be. Now this level, the interior dimensions is going to be 5 by 5, so the exterior dimension is going to be 7 by 7, so we can build a wall on it. So we need to go 3 more blocks in each direction. Okay, ran out of blocks, getting dark anyway, and so we'll just jump down here. All right, so we're going to need to reclaim some of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring some of these block variants in. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to break some of these blocks on the lower platform out and replace them with some varying blocks, and that way we'll recover some of these, and we'll make things look a little bit different. Let's see. All right, let's go pick some of those up so they don't despawn. Okay, so we'll have to fashion ourselves a way up to get up there now. I'm doing not just a straight stair step down, just in case I need to make a small platform to place an extra redstone torch so that we can have these powered rails going all the way to the top. And of course, we'll tear this down when we get the villagers in there because we only need it to get the villagers in. Okay, so we got a way we can run up there for now, and we have a way where we can run the tracks up to get these guys up here. All right. Okay, let's go see if we can finish the top platform. All right, so except for this block I've left open to get the rails up here. So now we have the interior dimensions of this is 5 by 5. We need to lay beds down. You know what? I should have made this 1 over. So I'm going to fix that real quick. Actually 2 over. Okay, and the reason I need to move that over a little bit is just because the beds need to go here. Okay, so we got the 5 beds. This is a little channel for the villagers to stand. Then we're going to take some slabs here, and we're going to do a row of slabs on the floor right here. All right, and then when we put the ceiling on this thing, then this is a slot for us to put a zombie villager. And there'll be a ceiling that's only 2 blocks high in here, so he will not be able to get across this to get to the villagers, but they'll clearly be able to see him and be frightened, and then this thing will work 24/7 as long as it's spawned in. However, we're going to go ahead and leave the zombie villager out today because we're skipping the nights for the most part now anyway, and I don't want to get distracted with that. We need iron, so we're going to put a glass ceiling on this now. So we're using glass because glass is a non-spawnable block. And then this way I don't have to worry about lighting up the top of this thing. And more importantly, the lights wouldn't matter to a golem. So the golem could spawn on the roof here, and then he wouldn't be in the kill chamber, and that would not be good. Okay, it only needs to go to here. We don't have to go over to the end. If you like the looks of that better, go ahead and by all means use some more glass. And it's not that much more glass, and go all the way to the edge. But for our purposes right now, we just need to get this thing going. And for right now, I'm going to leave a few blocks out so we can easily get in here and feed them some carrots, which is the thing we'll do as soon as we get 5 up here, or 2 up here. Okay, so that's ready to go. So as soon as we get the 2 villagers in here, then we'll close this off. Then we can feed them some carrots, and they will breed, and those 2 will fill up 5. As soon as there's 5 villagers here, and they all sleep one night, the golems will start spawning down there. So now we need to go ahead, now that this is ready for the villagers to go in, we're going to go ahead and finish the bottom layer. Okay, so we got to finish this platform. This is going to be where the golems spawn. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to break out these blocks here. All right, now we're going to break out 2 of these center blocks. And in the bottom one, we're going to place a chest. Okay, so we got a chest. Doesn't really matter which way the chest faces for now because it's going to be a temporary location anyway. As soon as we have enough iron from this farm, we're going to make more hoppers and extend it all the way to the ground, so it's really easy to pick this stuff up. Okay, so next up, now we need a hopper that's going to be flat with this level and going into the chest, so we'll crouch down and place that. Now that hopper is going to go right into that chest. Okay, so now we need our signs. I'm sorry, we need, before we do the signs, we need a couple of walls. You could use fence posts for this, but come on, fella, you're awfully annoying. You can use fence posts, but I like to go ahead and use the walls, and so we'll go ahead and bring the walls with us. Okay, so we need to crouch down and place a wall there and a wall there. Okay, so now we put the, we start placing signs on each side. All right, and then we'll need to place another round of these signs on those. So we'll need to crouch and place. Okay, we'll do that on all 4 sides. Okay, so your sign should look like this. You've got on the top of the 2 walls, you go one on each side, and then you place one on top of each one of those signs. Okay, and then from there, we take our bucket of lava, And we place it on top of that wall there, and the signs hold it in place. Okay, now we just need to put water in each corner. Okay, and as you can see, it's pushing everything there towards the hopper. All right, so the only thing left to do is to fill this in with glass blocks, but we're going to take quick sleep first. And I'm going to grab some more glass because I like to go. I don't think you have to, but just in case the golem can bob and land on here, then he'll be walking around up here, and that would not be good. So I'm going to do 2 layers of glass, and then that'll seal him in for sure. Oh, how inconvenient. A raid. I'm certainly not ready for that. I don't have a bow and arrow, and I wouldn't want to trigger a patrol. I wouldn't want to trigger a raid anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and jump down, run off a little bit. They'll chase me and hopefully disappear or maybe despawn or what have you. Okay, I think we're back to work in peace. My goodness. Okay, one last look around, and yeah, so this platform is all done. So when the golems spawn in there, they'll get pushed towards the center where the lava is. They will turn into 3 iron ingots, which will drop into that hopper and collect in the chest down there. Once we collect enough iron, I can make a bunch of hoppers and put the chest all the way on the ground. But for now, I'll just have to make a little ladder leading up to it. Okay, so this level, completely done. So we are finny with this level. Okay, so when we were over there at the mesa getting rails, of course I didn't get any powered rails. I just made those so I can get the recipe in the book, and now we're going to make as many of these as we can. Hopefully that's enough. We need some redstone torches too. We don't need that many. That should be way more than enough. Okay, so now we have to start making a way to get our 2 villagers up there. So we're going to dig this guy out. Hey fella, how you doing? Yeah, okay, you were a farmer. Looks like you just connected with one of those beds up there. Uh-oh. Oh no. Did you kill my oh, you know what? I wonder if the pillagers did. Alright, well, we're gonna have to get another villager. Well, at any rate, we'll get the first one up there. I guess I should have put a wall around him to protect him. Alright, I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to dig out 2 blocks. Alright, so... Okay, so let's grab some rails here while he's still in the boat. And we'll just make a little ring right there. Let's get the minecart at the ready as well. Let's see if we can get this boat to drop in here. There we go. Alright. Minecart, there you go. Villager in the minecart, okay. So now, let's see, our road's over there. Okay, so we're going to start building us a track out of there. Just scooch over just a little bit there, buds. Alright, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and finish the track, going all the way up to the top. Hopefully I have enough powered rails. Okay, so I've got the lines running up. Thankfully, I have enough powered rails, and let's just go get them all powered. So to power them, all we're going to do place a cobblestone next to them somewhere along the powered rail strip, redstone torch, and then they're powered. Now, powered rails cannot make corners, so we can't use a powered rail on that turn. Okay, it's all connected and powered all the way up. As soon as we get him rolling, we should be golden. All right, so let's... if we can bust this rail out underneath him. There you go. Bust that one out. Slap a powered rail in right there, and that ought to do it. Now what you got to do is get them pushed in the right direction. And that should be that. And you know what I think we're going to do? We're just going to leave him. I'm going to make another minecart if I don't have one. We're just going to leave him there because he's nice and secure. He can't go anywhere. And we'll go get our second villager. Now that something happened to the first guy. That was easy. Okay, so we got ourselves a minecart. Hop in, sir. The bride is very nice. Okay, good. Alright, so now we can break these blocks out. Okay, before I break them out here, let me go grab some carrots so we can get them a-breeding. So I have carrots in a couple places now. This is my big commercial farm here. This is what we're going to use to gather up resources to trade to the villagers for emeralds. And I have a little private stash over here. This is where I'm used today to feed our villagers. Okay, let's see. Best way to do this here. There we go. Now they won't be able to go anywhere. Excuse me, sir? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. That might slow things down a little bit. Now he's going to be mad at me. Okay, so now those guys are trapped in there. And I want to drop down. I'm going to open this up for now so I can drop them in some carrots. Okay, I'm going to leave those 2 blocks off now because we may have to feed them some more carrots in order to get them to breed enough. So now we just got to wait for them to produce 3 more villagers. In the meantime, I'm going to tear some of this down. And I'll leave the rails in place just in case anything goes wrong and I have to get another villager up here. I think the breeding might take a little bit longer now because I hit that guy. I don't know, it might slow it down a little bit. So at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of this stuff while we're waiting for them to breed. Okay, so we don't want this pole here in the middle, but we do want a ladder to be able to get up there, but we want the ladder to be kind of one-off, so we're going to have to tear that one down. I think what we'll do is we will build a dark oak ladder. And we'll build it one off. Alright, maybe we'll replace this chest. It doesn't matter, but you know, it's the OCD in me that, so that hopper's still pointed down. There you go. Alright, now we can break the cobblestone out. We'll just jump down. Oh, missed the bed by that much. We're going to do stripped dark oak. Finish taking out the rest of this guy. Now, like I said, when we actually get some iron out of this farm, we'll make a series of hoppers going all the way down, and then it'll be easy to get the chests on the ground. That'll be much easier, but for now, let's go ahead. Let's see, did I bring ladders? I did not, so let's get some ladders. Okie doke, so we got ourselves some ladders. Oh, do we have a slab on us? We do, okay, because we're going to need to put a slab at the top of this one, because you don't want to leave that as a solid block. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to replace that top block with the slab. There you go. Otherwise, the iron golem could spawn right on top of this column here. So now we can hop up here, check our chest, and pull our iron and our poppies out of there, and then go right back on down. Okay, I got that filled in. I'm going to run up and check on these guys, see how they're doing. We got some more carrots on us, so we can feed them some more. Still just 2. Okay, you know what? I'm thinking, I forgot a mechanic. They need more clearance, so we're going to need to make this ceiling higher up here for them. If memory serves, actually, they need to be in a space that's 3 blocks tall, so I need to make this 1 block taller. Okay, and we do not have silk touch, so unfortunately, I'm going to lose all these pieces of glass. But that's how it goes. You know, what happens is you build these things and you experiment with them, these designs in creative mode, and you're not having to actually breed the villagers in creative mode, so you forget about some very basic mechanics. The one in this case of which is that they need to be in a space 3 blocks tall. Otherwise it interferes with their breeding. Okay, so now everything here is 3 blocks, but we'll have to put a row here to still keep the zombie out of their chamber and vice versa. And if we have any problem getting them to breed now, then what we'll do is I'll just go grab 3 more villagers, but let's give them a few minutes and see what happens. Okay, so when you're going to go ahead and, because we have basically, once we remove the tracks and all that, we're going to have basically a floating island. But we can go ahead and do some building down here. When I'm playing around with this thing, it looks like if I build up too much underneath this thing, it seems to interfere with the mechanics. So we're not going to do that for now. We're going to make sure this thing is working perfectly fine. And then when that's done, this episode's already kind of getting long, so I'll probably just do it off camera. It's a very simple support system I put down here. It doesn't really inquire. As soon as you see it, you'll see how I did it, and then you can do what I did, or you can improve on that if you'd like. So right now I'm just going to give it a little bit of time, give these guys some time to make some more villagers, and let's see what happens. Okay, it's just been literally a minute or two, and there we go. We've got a new baby villager. Okay, so let's make sure that they have plenty of food. Okay, I just took a few minutes in to put these little supports in the corners. All I did was I did a... and I will probably mix other blocks in with these stone blocks here. And then I put these in. I got some stairs and stuff that are going to go in to finish off a little bit of a design. But we want to keep this under here very simple so it doesn't interfere with anything happening up there. And what I found is that something simple like this, it still operates just fine up there. So in the time it took me to put these up, I think I hear more babies. Let's go have a look. All right, we just need one more villager. Technically, the adults only need 12 carrots each to breed. Oh, there we go. And then there's number 5. Okay, so now all we have to do is wait for them. Let me see if I can. I think that was 5. Yeah, there's 3 little kids, 2 adults. Okay, so we can. I dropped off all my glass. All right, so we gotta go get some glass to fill in these 3 here. And we are done with that. All right, there you go. They're all sealed in. Oh, geez, yeah, I forgot. We probably want to temporarily seal off this side because we don't want the kids. We don't want the kids to grow up on this side because again, this track here is left for the zombie, so we want them all on that side. Okay, so all we're waiting on now is all 5 of them need to be adults, and then they all need to sleep. I don't know why that guy's not sleeping. And there you go. One night, I guess they didn't have to be adults. I can hear the golem in there getting converted into iron ingots. Oh, and I messed up. Okay, here's what I did wrong. You can see there's an iron golem in there. On the zombie side, these guys needed 3 tall to breed. And now that they've bred, I'm probably going to have to put it back down to 2. Otherwise, if it's 3 tall, a golem can spawn, and we don't want them spawning up here because then they're not going to spawn down there. And once there's one in here, there's not enough villagers to make any more spawn until he's gone. So I'm going to have to kill that one and then convert this to only 2 high blocks now. But at least a golem cannot spawn over here anymore. There you go. He's spawning down in the kill chamber now. Okay, sun's going down as soon as they lay down. Sounds like maybe they did. And okay, there you have it. Okay, future me here. One more mod we had to do. So, when I capped it so that it was only 2 high so no golems could spawn in here, they couldn't get in their beds because that only left a 1.5 or less than 2 block space for their beds. So, what I did was I took the ceiling out, and then on the floor, so a bed is a you can hear that the farm is working fine now. The bed is a non-spawnable area. And now these slabs are on the floor, on the rest of the floor, so that's non-spawnable. So now the golem will spawn where he's supposed to. The problem was no golems were spawning because since these guys couldn't get to their bed, they couldn't sleep, and they have to sleep in order to restart the golems spawning at daybreak. So that's just one more fix, and that is it. This thing is working great now. All right, can hear another golem. Okay, so let's go see how much iron we've collected just in the time it took me to sort this out. So half a stack. We got half a stack of iron and about a quarter stack of poppies. Not too shabby. Basically it's a bunch of blocks and beds and some glass blocks, and that's it. You got yourself a nice, easy iron farm. At any rate, that is going to do it for this episode. We will do the little trip with the treasure map that I found off camera. We'll do that in the next episode since this one took a little long. But we've got a nice functioning iron farm, and we've already got a half stack of iron, and we all we did was finish the work. Okay, guys, thank you so much. That's going to do it this time, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. This is a really easy early game farm. Again, the hardest thing to get is the 5 pieces of iron for the hopper. I guess the powered rails can be a little bit of a challenge too, but if you happen to be near a mesa, which I know that doesn't happen all the time, or just a mine shaft, you can go down and collect most of your rails. Otherwise, you need some gold to make the powered rails. Anyway, so like I said, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and please consider giving this video a like and following my channel, and I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.